Alright guys, I have an absolutely awesome video on title companies and why you need to go to at least a few if they're not willing to close that deal for you, because it's going to cost you a lot of money. So please watch this whole video and listen to this case study because it's going to be very, very profitable for you sometime in the future. So, who am I? My name is Connor Steinberg. You're on my YouTube channel, Investor Army. And I film videos on this channel to help you with your business, and I put out a bunch of free content because this is your community. I built it for you. I hate those big $50,000 gurus coming around the town, ripping people off, stealing people's IRA money, making you take credit cards out and putting you in debt. So I'm going to give you the real advice, the real truth on the street and what's really happening that they will never tell you. And I'm going to do it for free, right? So here it is. I'm going to give you a real example in one of my deals just not too long ago, right? So I had a house that I had under contract, but there was 5 siblings, no probate, no will, and one of them was living in the property and the other ones wanted them out and they didn't want to leave. Finally, they agreed to sell the house and we got it under contract, right? It was a pretty good deal. And the title company I was working with said, this cannot be closed. Now, I had closed probably 40 deals at this title company. I was doing a lot of my business there. And that's not a small amount of deals. So they should have had a little bit of loyalty to me. But they didn't because I knew what was going on. They said this deal could not be closed. I knew it could be closed. I knew they just didn't want to close it because after they put all the time and energy and resources into it, they were going to be losing money to close it. So they just thought I'd say okay and go on about it. But I didn't do that. What did I do? I pulled that contract, I took it over to another title company that I used from another investor when we had done a joint venture wholesale deal with that did a good job for me. I said, man, I'm probably going to use these guys in the future. They treated me right. They did a good job. Let me give them a chance. I pulled that contract. I went over there and wham! I slammed on the desk and said, guess what I have for you here? I got a big old headache for you, right? This is a test, basically. I didn't say that, but I said, I have a headache for you. Here's a contract that another title company that I've been using, I've closed a ton of deals at. They said that couldn't be done, right? And this other title company, I'm friends with them. I still have a good relationship with them. I just don't use them anymore. And it's because of this, right? Because this is about business. This is about your success for you, your family, and everybody around you that you can help with your success. So I said, here's the deal. This is a big old headache. You're going to lose money to close this deal, guaranteed. By the time you get it done and figured out, if you can get it figured out, you're going to lose money. But if you take the risk and you take the chance and you can pull it off and you can show me that you can close this deal, I'll pull my business from that company and bring it to you. I like them. They took a chance and they said, bring it on. Now, those are the type of people I want to work with. So what did they do? They spent 9 months working on this before they got it closed. They insured it. I got the deal closed. I spent another 3 months fixing it up and I sold it. So by the time I contracted originally, by the time I sold it, I had literally been appreciating double digit here in Dallas, right? So I love title issues because it just delays the closing, right? And if it delays the closing, that's longer before I fund it, which means I'm getting free appreciation because the market's going up. Now, if you're in a down market and the market's diving, this is the worst thing that can happen to you is delayed closing. But in a hot market, guys, don't panic if it's a delayed closing. If you're taking title to the property, not if you're wholesaling, it's not going to matter because your fee's already in there. But if you're taking title, you're just making free money as it's going up, right? So by the time I close this property, I had 9 months of a free appreciation and 3 extra months to close it, so over a year, and the market had gone way up, double-digit appreciation. So my profit on this property was going to be about $25,000, maybe $30,000. But because of all that extra time, I ended up making just shy of $60,000. $60,000. That's not a little bit amount of money, right? That's a pretty good chunk. That's $60,000 that other title company was basically going to steal out of my pocket, right? Because they didn't want to close it. And I can't tell you how many times I meet new investors and experienced investors saying, man, Connor, I had this deal, I was going to make good money on it, but it couldn't be closed. That title company wouldn't close it, and there's just too many issues. And I was like, you take it to another title company? No, it couldn't be closed. There's just too much wrong with it. Really? Guys, take it to at least 3 title companies. This has not happened to me once or twice or 3 times, but 4 times in my career, totaling up to a couple $100,000. That's not small money. If one title company is not going to close your deal, bring it to another one. If they can't close it, bring it to another one. If 3 of them tell you it can't be closed, it's probably just because it can't be closed. But if one doesn't close it, make sure you bring it to another title company. Now here's the other benefit. Now I brought it to them and they closed it. And they knew that the reason why I was doing it, because I totally told them right up front, this is why I'm bringing it to you, and they went and closed it. Now, what does this also do? It conditions them for the future and has actually helped me in a couple cases where they would have not wanted to close the deal because they were going to lose money on a couple future deals where they probably did take a loss on them, but They knew because they saw what happened the first time that on these deals, they had to close them, because what happens if they don't close them and say, Connor, this can't be closed? They're taking the same risk that that other title company who I left to come to them in the first place took, and I'm going to go right out the window and I'm going to go try someone else. And if that other company closes a deal that they told me they couldn't close, they're risking losing my business. And I don't do a small amount of deals, guys. I'm pumping a lot of volume. So it's worth it for them to take a few small losses to keep my long-term business. So take your properties to multiple title companies. Don't take it as the gospel if the first one tells you can't be done, and just always never give up and believe it can be closed, because you'd be surprised what can be closed and what can be insured. And if one's telling you it can't be, do not listen to them, because you may be leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the ground that you would not pick up otherwise if you didn't go to another title company. So I hope that helps, and I hope one of you can go out there and do this, and one of y'all goes and pulls your contract to another title company and closes a deal that you weren't going to close, that you were going to give up on. And I hope you come back and let me know about it, because I'd love to hear it, because that's why I'm doing this. So I hope to see you on the next video.